All right, so here are some drills to help you with your handstand on and off skate. Self a goal by the end of the month. I want to be able to hold it for a minute, and you kind of parcel out because obviously it depends on how often you practice. If you're only going to practice once a week, then you're not going to get there as fast as if you practice every day.
So you basically what you're saying is you have to be consistent.
As this is my life, be consistent.
Just checking.
Don't give me the.
Just checking.
Guys, if you want to get better skating, be consistent. Doesn't matter how good you are. If you don't practice, you're not going to get shit done. Remember, if you feel like you're going to fall over, you just cartwheel out of it. Woo. Obviously, when you don't, good job. Obviously, when you don't have the wall, there's an element of fear because you know that you can actually fall over. Oh, good save. Exactly what you're supposed to do. You cartwheel out. Squeeze, and cartwheel out. Perfect. That was excellent. So Carla got her handstand. How do you feel?
Oh, I'm so excited. Yeah, I feel like a gymnast. Okay, but I actually do feel like I learned something. I'm not even just saying that to pump you up.
I'm so happy that you were my assistant.
I know, because I felt my body like I just needed to know the forward and backwards. And then when I saw you doing the little simple there, you do this thing with your legs, and that's all I needed to do.
Yeah. So we're gonna do next set for this. This is for you, Casey. We love you, Casey.
Casey.
So we're gonna do a couple of drills that if anyone wants to learn how to do a handstand, maybe they can't quite kick into it yet. And then we're gonna practice a couple of things on our skates, and then we're gonna actually go skate.
Also, just so you all know, I don't do gymnastics, okay? So this is honestly new to me. I can do cartwheel. Oh, before I broke my leg, I could.
He's still there.
So I'm learning. So I didn't know how to do this. For real.
I know, it's true. All right, so first thing that you can do if you haven't learned to do a handstand is you probably need to learn how to build strength in your shoulders and not be afraid that you're going to fall on your face. So you can start with handstand on the wall, backing the wall, and you put your feet up. All right, Carla, let's go.
Quickly. So when you're saying to build strength on your shoulders, is that with practicing this, or are you saying like dumbbells?
Well, I think building strength is sport specific because your body weight is whatever you weigh. And I'm very sure that most people will not be able to lift a dumbbell that is their body weight. So for skills that are like strength based, like handstands, I think it's good to be able to lift some dumbbells, but I think the best way to train it is to actually do the skill.
The skill that you're working on. So for example, just practice
the handstand. So first way you can start is just do regular push-ups on the wall.
Okay, so if you can see, her core is completely tight, and oh wow, you're going all the way that way. Anyways, yeah. So she's keeping her core, everything. Look at straight line. Yeah. So her ass is squeezed in, everything here's tight, her abs are in, and now she's doing what she's doing. Push up against the wall. Start
with push-ups against the wall. Those are easier than doing push-ups. Build strength. This is build strength training. Yeah. You're building strength for a handstand, so you want to strengthen the entire shoulder girdle and the chest complex because the chest, the shoulder, and the back, all of that supports the arm and allows you to hold the position. Once you get comfortable doing those push-ups, I mean, you can do a little bit every day. Then you can turn around and put your feet on the wall and walk your hands in. That's going to be fun. Now, this is easier because your hands are already down and you just put your feet up. So you start in your downward dog position, put your feet on the wall and hold it. Now, this is good because you get the feeling of your weight on your arms without being scared of falling over because your foot's on the wall, and if you ever get tired, you just step down.
And this exercise right here is also to build strength?
This is also going to build strength and also balance and also manage the fear because a lot of times people are scared that, boom, they're going to hit their face, which is a legitimate concern. Just step up.
Okay, let me try this.
Looks very good, Carla. And you can come down whenever. You don't have to stay up there. You're just hanging out. So yeah, to me, I like 3 or 4 sets of everything that I do, regardless of whatever workout it is. 3 or 4 sets is good. And I think if you aim for 15 to 30 seconds, that's fine. But goal by the end of the month, I want to be able to hold it for a minute. And you kind of parcel out. Because obviously it depends on how often you practice. If you're only going to practice once a week, then you're not going to get there as fast as if you practice every day.
So basically what you're saying is you have to be consistent.
As this is my life. Be consistent.
Just checking.
Don't give me the
checking.
Guys, if you want to get better skating, be consistent. Doesn't matter how good you are. If you don't practice, you're not going to get shit done. So all we're doing with that is that once you get better, more comfortable, then you just take it and make it closer to the wall.
Oh, wow. Oh, Christina. So what happens if you're not going to fall because you're holding against the wall? Oh my God. Oh, you go sideways. Wow.
Okay, so guys, if you try this and you get really close to the wall, I'm all about safety. Put a mat. Don't do it on concrete if you're going to fall on and kill yourself. 1. 2, make sure you have a cartwheel or a somersault roll that you can get out of the position. Don't just bend your arms and land on your face. We're not doing that.
No, we're not.
Wait, which way do you do your cartwheel? If you're facing this way, are you do your cartwheel this way or you do your cartwheel that way? Okay, so when you get up, you're gonna come out that way. Okay.
Already, I was like.
Okay, good. We just, you know me, we need a plan before we start. All right, go. So the challenging thing about this drill is having enough strength to walk your hands in, which Carla's pretty strong, so that's easy. And then your goal is to get your belly right onto the wall. Can your hands go in more? Good. And then you just squeeze your bum like everything else, everything tight, and you have to tuck your head in because it's the same position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and come down. Cross your leg out, and then just stand up.
Oh,
it's not hard.
Okay.
It only looks freaky. It's not even as because the wall's holding you, and if you feel like, oh, I'm about to fall, you just put your foot down. All right, last one we're gonna do, and then we're gonna put our skates on. Oh my gosh, is there something high enough here? Oh, pike position. You're basically practicing half of the handstand. So you want your feet on the whatever is up high, and then you want to practice leaning. So this is you're going from your push-up position. You lift your hips, and then you want to practice getting your hips and your shoulders over your hands.
Oh, so Christina, are you trying to that position? Are you trying to get your hips to go over your shoulders to hold it like that?
Yeah, you're just practicing. So that's the half of the handstand without the legs. You want to practice getting your hips over your shoulders. 1, for strength, and 2, for confidence that you can hold it without landing on your face. Yeah, and just walk your hands back. Nope, you gotta go in that way. So where it feels uncomfortable. Yeah, so the challenge here is that this is an uncomfortable position. You want your shoulders stacked under your hips as much as you can manage. Yeah, there you go. And if you have a friend to help you, they can stay here and you can lean into them so you know that you're not gonna fall over. Yeah, and when you can come down when you're ready. Yeah, I'm here. I'm not going to let you drop. Oh. And you get the feeling.
Yeah.
So those
you're kind of tucking your head.
Yeah, and that is the position when you're upside down. You don't want your head to stick out because your head's attached to your spine, and it's gonna.
When I was doing that, because the way my hips shifted forward, whether I was doing right or not, but what I felt was that my head was almost doing like turtle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like it was getting sucked in by my shoulders, and I think it's because the weight of my hips were forcing that to happen.
Yeah, that's the biomechanics of it. So what I like about that particular drill is, 1, you get strength and opening up the shoulders and the feeling of holding the position without it being as much as your whole body weight, because you only have half of it because your feet are on the bench.
I think it's really good. And I also think, like, is it safe to maybe sort of rock back and forth and do that?
Rocking back and forth is also part of a drill, but you can, everything is progression. So plank position, pike position, over leaning, rocking on the wall, and then the full handstand. Walk yourself in. Yeah, that's a good drill too. Because this also will teach you how to balance like closer together. Oh, they're fine. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Because the feet is the reason the foot is up is just to give you the feeling of some of your body weight without all of it.
Okay. Is there a secret or something that we should do? Because I feel I don't think, I'm not going to say it's age, but my wrists, they're feeling a little tight. Perhaps it's just weakness or never used them in this manner before. Like,
that's a good point. Push-ups with your wrist where you're just lifting the heel of your palm off. I'd like to get both directions, in and out. Can you see me or you can see my hand? I can see everything beautiful. Okay. All right. So other exercise that you can add to strengthen your wrist is just little push-ups for your palm. So you're basically lifting with the palm of switching the position, and then you can change it the other way. Yes. And the last one is little finger push-ups. So wait. And also, so it's just here touching, and then up, so that you're building strength through your hand, and then you're rocking side to side. Forward and back. And then the last one is you turn the palm over and you lean back this way. You can do it with both hands at the same time or one and the other. Regular circles. So these exercises, you can use this as part of your warm-up. So you warm up your wrist, usual, make a circle, stretch this way, this way, this way. So those are warming up the wrist. And then these movements are helping to strengthen the wrist, and they go together. Skate.
Wow, look at you.
All right, Carla, come on, we're back.
So I can already tell that this time around it's going to be a bit more challenging for obvious reasons.
Life is more challenging, more fun, but also more challenging on skates.
Now we are not. Yes, now we're working against. Well, obviously you have to figure out your body balance and the strength and all that, which is huge. And then now we have these lovely wrists, plus the elbows, the weight on your head,
and the weight on your
skates.
And the skates.
So, anyways, it's still possible.
It's very possible.
People do it all the time.
All the time.
We're people, so we can do
it. Yeah. Okay, so things to remember. Like, little tip, what I do is I have put some athletic tape on my wrist guards because she does not. So I like the athletic tape because it gives a little bit of grip, and I feel like when I watch Instagram, almost all the humans I see doing handstands, they don't wear any gear on their wrists because obviously it's easier to grip without your wrist guards on. But for safety, you're gonna
use your gear anyways for safety.
Yeah. And I think it's better to just, if you are going to wear gear, then just learn a skill with the gear and figure out how to do it. That's just my feeling.
But obviously you have to know how to do it first, I think, before you put the gear on. Yeah. Like you have to find that strength and balance so that you're able to switch it over with your equipment on.
Yeah. So if you're learning handstands and you don't know how to do handstands, do it without any gear, without any skates. Then you can practice it without your skates and your gear. Then you can practice it with your skates, with your gear. And then eventually you can practice it on the ramp. I think that's a reasonable progression. So what you're going to be thinking about today is we are going to learn how to step into the handstand with your toe stops, because I use my toe stops. And then when you get into the actual transition of learning how to do a ho-ho, that's a whole other thing. So we'll do that another day. Today is just learning how to do the handstand with your skates and your gear on the wall.
But I also noticed that when I did it, the comeback, you need to try to land with all four wheels, because in practice before, I used to come down hard and my toes would really hurt. Have you ever had that?
Yeah. Okay. So doing the skill and landing, two separate things. So I do think when you come down or when you land, it is more comfortable to land on your wheels. Obviously, it is more risky because you're on wheels. But for today, we're going to practice on our toe stop, going and coming. And then obviously in the transition is a whole different thing. We're not doing that today. So you start on your toe stop and you're going to just practice the lever into the handstand.
Okay.
That's the first part.
All right.
So the first part is just putting your hands down off your toe stops and kicking. You're not even trying to touch the wall. Put your toe stop down so you don't move. No, both of them. Ooh, Carla. Carla's such a badass. I didn't even expect her to get all the way up to the wall. It does help once you get up.
Okay. So when I tried doing it, I did not have the intent of trying to go all the way, but I think that the weight of the skates actually helped me lean forward because I felt that the weight shifted to my shoulders and automatically brought my hips. So all I needed to do was bring my leg up. So I don't know. That was cool. I wasn't planning on doing that.
Excellent. Okay, Carla. So now, two things. You started with your hands on the ground and your feet on the ground, which is an okay place to start. But eventually, you're going to have to start from standing and reach down to the floor. Go a little closer because you look a little farther away. Yeah, so you start standing. You just did it. Whoa, Carla just did a whole handstand from her toe stops. What? That hurts. Yeah, landing. So what you have to remember is you have to step down. So it's a step so that you take the pressure off your toes.
Yeah, because I'm afraid because obviously I have wheels and I just want to go into safe mode. So I put both of my feet down at the same time as if I would without skates on. And you just have to remember you've got skates and just step one at a time. So I'm going to try that again to see if what I'm saying I can do.
This is what we do here. We just figure this stuff out. Carla, your outfit's still so cute. So she's going to reach. She kicks. Good. You got to remember to squeeze when you're upside down. Same thing as everything else. Ooh, and then 1, 2. Oh, nice. That was it. I'm a good student.
Okay, that was cool.
Also very safe because remember, your goal is to combat your body weight coming down to the floor. And if you step, you have more control as opposed to just dropping. And that goes for in the transition, on the wall, on grass. If you can control how your body is landing, you'll be way more safe.
I also noticed that I was actually trying to relax because sometimes when I feel uncomfortable or I'm trying something new, because I don't want to fail, I do it too quick and I come back right away. So I was actually thinking on the way down, I'm going to put one toe stop and then the other as opposed to just doing it. Yeah. Because that's one of the things, I don't know if it's a flaw or whatever it is, but yeah, sometimes I just, like Christine said the other day, balls to the wall. And then, well, I get hurt.
Injuries. Okay, last time I'm going to do a couple and then we are done with handstands for the day. Maybe we'll try some in transition. Ooh. Yeah, your hand is slow, but it was a good save. Luckily, you're strong. Oh, yeah, Carla. That one was good.
Because I'm learning how to use my hips for balance. Oh.
When you stand up, though, your face is very red because you're not breathing. When you're upside down.
I'm not breathing.
I definitely know I'm not breathing. I'm going because I think doing that face and blowing out helps me keep all my muscles tight, but I don't need to do that. I know that, but I still do it.
Everything the same. Please breathe. Breathe when you're upside down. It'll allow you to hold it for longer and you also stay calm. Use your breath, guys. Ooh, yes. That was good. Do it again. Yeah, remember when you so I talk about breathing a lot. When you're about to go, breathe in As your hands are going out, breathe out. And when your feet go up, breathe in. And then as you're coming down with your legs, breathe out. So you use your breath with your movement. Yeah, that'll help you to control it. Or if that rhythm doesn't work, you can switch it. The point is, use your breath as you're moving. Ooh. Yes, and squeeze. Don't forget the tummy. And pull. And then 1, 2. Oh! And you're not red. Perfect. You red.
And I feel better.
Also, too, if you hold your breath, you'll get it.
For sure. Oh, cool. Well, thanks, Christina. That's cool. Good session.
I actually learned something. You know that, right?
Yeah.